This video covers the different types of jobs that exist within the Leica Captivate field software. There are a number of different job types. Firstly, there is a working job, but also there are 5 different types of design data job: points and lines, DTMs, and then 3 different alignment-based ones. This video will explain what each type of job is and where it should be used. We'll start with an overview of the working jobs and the points and lines design data jobs. The working job is used within all apps. It is where the measurements and results from the apps are stored. This includes points measured within the survey app, points measured within sets of angles, and also results from apps like Kogo Inverse. Really, it is any app where we're writing to the memory. In actual fact, the working job is a database, known inside Leica as a DBX. The points and lines design data type is also a DBX database. However, it is only used in some apps. Apps where we need to use either control data or design data. For example, as orientation or backside points in a total station setup app, or for design data in one of the stake apps. It is worth noting that a working job and a points and lines design data job actually have the same structure, which means that the same job could be used for either. For example, on a new site, where we first measure and store points into the job whilst it is the working job, but then at a later date we could return to the same site and then need to use that same job for our design data, either for total station setups or as data to stake. This commonality between the two job types gives us a high level of flexibility, where a job could be used for either purpose or for both at the same time. Next, we will look at how to select which jobs are used for these two different purposes. As we saw in the new job and the home screen videos, we can use the job carousel to create a new job simply by selecting the Create a New Job tile, or we can use the carousel to select our working job by moving a job tile into the center and then entering into an app. Picking which job we want to be used for our design data is also simple. We just scroll all the way to the left of the job carousel and then select to choose our design data. Here on the Points and Lines tab, we tick the checkbox to use points and lines, and then we use the list to pick whichever job we want to use. It is worth noting that the use of a specific job for points and lines design data is totally optional. In some cases, we might decide to not use one and to store all of our data, control data, design data, measurement data, all into the one job. If we're doing that, we simply leave the checkbox unticked. And then Leica Captivate will know that for any app that uses design data, it should look into the working job. Next, we'll look at how we can get automatically prompted to confirm our design data before we start an app. This is a very useful feature for those who regularly switch between different design data for different apps. To activate this automatic behavior, we go to our Choose Design Data screen and enter into the Settings panel from the second level of function keys. Here we have a Prompt Me to Choose checkbox, which can be activated to make sure that we are prompted to choose and confirm our design data every time that an app which can use design data is started. So let's just take a look at it in action to see what it does by starting the Stake Points app with and without this checkbox ticked. First, we'll do it without the checkbox active. Here, as soon as we tap the Stake Points app, we're taken directly into the stake screen. Now that we've seen that behavior, let's compare it to what happens when the Prompt Me to Choose checkbox is active. This time, as we enter into the app, we're actually prompted to confirm if we want to use a separate points and lines design data job. And if we do that, we then get the opportunity to choose or confirm which job we would like to use. It is once we have confirmed this that we are then taken to the stake screen. As already stated, this option can be very useful if we have multiple different design jobs, or if we find ourselves switching between apps and jobs very regularly. But it could also be used as a simple verification check to confirm that we do have the correct design data job selected before we begin working. Next, we'll take a look at the DTM, the road, the rail, and the tunnel design data job types. All 4 of these job types are specific data types which are only used by certain apps. First, we will look at the creation of these design data jobs. They could be created using PC software or by importing raw data of the relevant type, which is exactly what we'll do here. First, we tap on any of our jobs to turn it around and access the job menu. Then we select Import Data and pick the design data type. Here we'll use alignment. Then we have to choose the type of data file and the file itself that we want to import. Here we'll use an MXGenIO file. We then confirm the type of job, here a road, and also the job name. And then we can begin importing the data. For a complete description of the alignment import process, there will be specific road, rail, and tunnel videos that cover this. The selection of a DTM, a road, a rail, or tunnel design data job is the same process as for defining which points and lines design data job we want to use. This means we enter into the Choose Design Data screen and do it from there. We use the different page tabs to select which design data type, DTM, road, rail, or tunnel, that we want to work with. As the data we just created was road data, we will select to use a road design. We then check if the job suggested is the one we created, and then press OK. As already stated, these specific job types are only used in specific apps. However, it could be that we simply want to view this data, and that can be done within the 3D viewer, even inside apps. So for example, if we are currently carrying out a survey in the area where this road design is planned, we can select our working job, enter into the survey app, and then turn on our road design. This will help us better understand the site. To do it, we need to make the alignment visible from within the 3D viewer's display configuration. More details on using the 3D viewer will be available in the 3D viewer specific video, but for now, we've had a good overview of the various job types and how we can use them.